Hey house guests, welcome to another spoiler update from Big Brother 13. Happy Friday everybody, only a few more days left. So the house guest of the day today is Chrisneli. Alright, so the broadcast show last night left off with the BB mixer competition, which was a giant pool of butter, or butter-like substance, with the house guest being lowered into it on a giant mixer, a Big Brother mixer. So Adam, of course, after he dropped an F-bomb, was the first one off. And then it came down to Rachel and Portia, and I don't think they really lasted that long. I think the whole competition took about 40 minutes. Supposedly, it was a bad one. It was pretty violent. Both girls were fearing for their lives at one point, I guess because they were so dizzy and disoriented, and it was really hard to hold on. So, and the thing went up and down pretty high up above the pool, and they were afraid of falling off and hurting themselves, hitting their heads even. So, Rachel won. She stayed on the longest, but probably not very much longer after Portia. I don't know whether that was because she was about to fall off or because she figured... No, I guess they ended the competition when Portia fell off. Ha ha ha. Just kidding. That's exactly what happened. I try and reason with this too much and my brain's just not that big. It's tiny. Alright, so Rachel and Portia are studying for part 3. Part 2, they have no idea what it's going to be. Obviously it's going to be between Portia and Adam. But part 3, Rachel's already got her lock on part 3. Just got to see who she's going up against. But they think it's going to be questions about what the jury would say. You know, the old, well, did this person say this or this? Like they start off saying something and you kind of like have to pick A or B to finish what they had said. So Rachel is having a little pity party for herself. She's talking about how she thinks that nobody on the jury would vote for her. Hello, did you forget that Buki was on there? And your alliance, Jeff and Jordan? But both Rachel and Adam, they would take her in the final 3 if they ended up, you know, winning head of household, because they think that they could beat her. But I think the reality of the situation is that Rachel would be able to win over either one of them. So Big Brother traditionally has a catered meal for the final 3, where they film their little episode of, oh, let's take a walk down memory lane. Remember the time that Keith was disgusting? Or remember the time that Kalia was asleep? And then they have a clip from it, or, you know, whatever. So they were getting all foxed up for that. The girls were talking about wearing hair extensions, and Adam was planning on wearing that afro. But there was a Big Brother announcement, at least one that I saw, that said, "Attention house guests. You should know that the tallest building west of the Mississippi is 73 stories above the ground." So I don't know if that's got something to do with the final competition, or the interim competition that Portia and Adam are going to have. I don't know, but they made that announcement. I'll leave you with 3 thoughts today. Adam wants to know why girls have no problem sitting around in their bikinis forever, but they won't do that in their underwear. I want to know that too. I mean, a bikini is practically underwear. I really am seeing not much of a difference. Number 2, they want to spray tan Adam. But they're going to have to wait until after part 2 of the competition. And 3, all 3 of them are planning a final 3 luncheon with their families at Universal Studios. I think it was on the Friday after the show. So if you want to see anybody who's in the final 3 and you're in California, get your butt over to Universal Studios and you might be able to catch a glimpse of Rachel, Portia, or Adam. If you like any of them, I guess Brendan will be there too, because he's kind of like Rachel's family, kind of, so far. Maybe he will be one day. All right, kids. So until tomorrow, much love.